Hey, welcome back to another episode of Nature Aquariums TV, where today we're going to be filling and setting up our UNS 40A all-in-one reef style tank. But before we get on to our video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. All right, so before we get on with our video, if you haven't seen part 1 of setting up the UNS 40 all-in-one tank, please remember to click on the link at the end of the video and you'll be able to see how it was set up. We've already done the dry scape, we've added the sand, but we need to fill the tank. We found a good spot for it on our showroom floor, but we have an issue here that the floor is uneven. And this is a general advice that is really good for you when setting up any fish tank. Whether it's an all-in-one, whether it's a reef-ready tank that has an overflow, or whether you're dealing with just a conventional tank, your tank should always be level. So what do you need to level it? Well, you are going to need a level. Make sure that you measure your floor. You're going to need something to help shim it up, which is going to, usually what helps is these you buy at Home Depot. It's an air bladder, you squeeze it, and it actually starts lifting up to 300 pounds. So these are really good at adjusting, leveling, raising the cabinet until you get your level, that you are level from left to right, and that you are level front to back. So why is that important? Well, the way these tanks work is that they're going to drain from one side and then the water is going to flow out. If, in this case, this tank's drain is on the left side, and if the tank were to be a little bit leaning to the right, it means that not enough water would get to the drain side and you wouldn't have proper drainage. Conversely, if the tank is too forward or too back, it's not going to drain properly, and that is going to cause an issue. Now, with tanks that use canister filters or hang on the back, it is not as important, but now it's going to give you a water line that's going to be taller on one side and shorter on the other side, also causing issues. So how I leveled this particular stand does have adjustable feet that you rotate until you get them to the height that you want, or you can use shims. I would recommend using plastic shims or composite shims from your hardware store. They can get wet, and they're used primarily in kitchens and bathrooms where there's a lot of moisture, unlike wood shims that are going to rot and could give away, you know, unexpectedly a couple years down the road. So once you have your tank leveled, we can move on to start filling it. Before we start getting into filling up, I wanted to talk about what we're going to be putting in as far as additives and chemicals. If you recall from part 1 of our video, we washed the rock in regular tap water, had a lot of dust, had a lot of dirt, and we wanted to get that out of the tank. It was easier to actually wash it with a hose than it would have to have cleaned it with RO water. Just to be on the safe side, I am going to put a little bit of Ultimate, which is a dechlorinator, in there. Whenever you clean anything, and if you're doing the same thing, always put a little bit of dechlorinator in there. Even though this is not a freshwater tank, please use that. It'll also bind any copper, anything that may have been in your water line. Secondly, we do fishless cycling here, which, by the way, you can watch one of our fishless cycling videos right here on our channel. Talks about how to cycle a tank without using fish. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do that using Microbacter Start XLM, which is a very concentrated form of bacteria. It is 15 times concentrated from their normal Microbacter line. In addition, we're going to be using quick cycle ammonia. Now, this is ammonium chloride with a couple more extra nutrients to help feed the bacteria. Why do we do this? Well, as you know, the nitrogen cycle involves having bacteria living in the rock and in the sand to filter out the ammonia in the tank. In order to neutralize that ammonia and convert it to nitrate, we do need to have bacteria in there. You can't start your tank without a good cycle tank, so the ammonium chloride is a substitute for having a damsel or having fish in the tank. It allows you to control the parts per million of ammonia in there, so you have a good cycle without any peaks and valleys once you put in fish. Once again, more of that into cycling a tank in our video. So we're going to put this in as soon as we fill up the tank with water. We already have our prepared Fritz Pro Salt water already mixed, and we're going to fill this in. It's going to get cloudy. We'll put some clarifier in there as well. We'll turn on the pumps and get this thing going. So we filled up the tank, it's flowing nicely, we got the water levels right, but the tank is obviously very cloudy from all the dust. What we're doing is, I like using Fritz clarifier. It does a really nice job of clearing up the tank, and it's great for fresh or salt water, even though you should not be overdosing, but it's one of the more safer clarifiers out there. So we've pretty much dosed all the chemical. Now it's down to cleaning up the tank, right? Letting this settle, flow through. We're gonna have to clean the glass on the inside and blow off some of the sand off the rock. The next video is gonna be the updates to this, and as we add additional equipment and hardware, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, have a great day, guys.